Alrighty, let's go ahead here for personal reading 101. 101, you would like to know update on their emotional state towards you. Let us see. All right, so I'll pan here so you can see everything. The view is, can't really bring everything all together. All right, so what do we got going on here when it comes to the emotional state? We do have a push-or-pull, which we are seeing kind of reflected in what you've mentioned here. So the King of Wands coming forward with the King of Cups, it's like I've got this energy of emotion. I've got this desire to connect. I feel this emotion towards you, right? But then we have the idea coming forward of the Seven of Swords, which with the Nine of Swords brings in a lot of anxiety when it comes to emotion, expression, and connection. This could explain why we get into this place of, expressing our desires. King of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, the King of Cups, we feel this passion, we feel this excitement, we feel this desire towards you, but can we truly express that? No, it makes us feel vulnerable. It makes us feel like something could go wrong. Seven of Wands. These sevens energy comes forward as like needing to put up the walls rather than just allowing this flow state of energy to come forward. So we get into this sort of space of being here, of still having and feeling all that they've mentioned towards you. It just didn't go away. What went away is some sort of emotional security in expressing it. So we've expressed all this energy. We've expressed that we like you, right? We had this Two of Swords, Queen of Cups. We think about you in a very loving, caring, nurturing way. And with the idea that comes forward of the King of Wands, the Emperor, as well as the Nine of Pentacles, there is this desire to pursue and recognizing you as somebody who's incredibly desirable, wanting to connect with you, right? Feeling the passion, the excitement, the desire. All the emotions that they've expressed to you are still there. They haven't gone away. But that emotional security is what has gone away. So the Page of Cups comes forward as a card that wants to express more loving or caring, nurturing energy, but it's a very juvenile card. It's not a card that comes forward as seriousness whatsoever. We've got a fish in the cup, and so this is more of like a lighthearted, youthful sort of tone. And so when we have that with the Page of Swords as well as the Seven of Swords, it's like, oh God, something didn't really go the way that I thought it was going to, or I'm having this sort of reflection on how I've expressed myself. And so now I feel like I've shared too much, or something's a little bit more insecure about how we express ourselves rather than just allowing this flow state of energy to come forward. And the Two of Pentacles is like, how do I get that back? How do I get myself back to this place where I can feel in control of my emotions? Nine of Swords, I'm worried about what I said. I'm worried about, giving expectations or certain ideas of moving forward that I can't handle. And so, okay, Fool with the Page of Swords, we kind of have to release it all in order to start new, the world, close out this chapter of expressing ourselves and come forward in a way that feels like we can handle the situation instead. So I would say that they are still present with all of the emotions that they delivered to you. It's just like they took down a wall, expressed everything that they were feeling, and then realized, oh God, I took down that wall. I shouldn't have done that. Oh God, put the wall back up. And then boom, it's an attempt to regain control of the situation after they felt too expressive. So I do see this ending as more of like a temporary ending based on this card combination. It just seems like they got into a place where they expressed a little bit too much for their comfort zone and then realized that they have to kind of backtrack in order to feel more comfortable. So it's just really the emotional state is still there underlying of expressing all of the desires that they expressed to you. but it's the need to kind of like put Pandora's box back together instead of letting it all out, right? It's like their way of trying to shove everything back into the box of their control. So that's what I would say. It's just a matter of like they're in a state of wanting to have more emotional control right now, but still feeling all of those good emotions and desirable connection, ideas and feelings towards you there too. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you're interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings. Let's go ahead here for 102. 102, you'd like to know, do they hope the two of you will get back together in the future? Let us see. All right. So we have an emotional desire for a new start, but the energy comes forward as them recognizing that that could be a little bit difficult to obtain and not trying to overcompensate. So when we have this 10 of Wands energy coming forward, it's a heaviness. It's like them saying, even with the idea of restarting, I recognize it's not going to be like sunshine, rainbows, and unicorns. And so there's going to be something that we need to overcome. There's going to be effort involved. Things are going to take work. And so they're not looking at it as like just this lighthearted, oh, let's just pick things up right back where we left off. They're kind of recognizing it as something that needs time, effort, and energy in order to do. And so there's a heaviness attached to it. So where there is a place of hope, King of Cups coming forward with the idea of the world, we're wanting to kind of close off the old ways of doing things and create this opportunity of newness and emotion and flow, but they're trying to be realistic when it comes to doing so. With the Judgment energy, they're not just trying to say everything's going to be hunky-dory. They're more so looking at it as like Four of Swords with the Hanged Man. I have to recognize the patterns, the directions, the outcomes that things are going to take, and be realistic about doing so. And Seven of Swords, not allow my mind to get away from me when it comes to imagining the possibilities and directions forward. So I would say based on this combination, there is hope, but it's not just a hope, throw the wish in the well here. This is more of like a realistic sort of outcome in terms of thought process and hope and desire. It's not just I'm going to wish upon a star, I hope this happens. This is more of like, I hope so, but I'm going to be realistic about what that looks like to reconnect. That's kind of how I see this combination coming forward here. But I would say that there is hope, yes. Whoops. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings. Let's go ahead here for 103. 103, I'd like to know thoughts and feelings when he saw you today. Let us see. All right, so we do get a little bit of an excitement, but also a little bit of like resistance energy. The Four of Pentacles with the Three of Swords can be thinking about something going wrong, and so trying to keep to ourselves instead of expressing ourselves. This could say that they could have been a little bit worried about taking the right action, connecting with you, and making something kind of flow forward. I get strongly the idea of Three of Swords saying the wrong thing or kind of thinking about something going in a bit of a bad direction, especially with the idea of the Tower card, something suddenly got not going the way that they wanted to. The Four of Wands, though, coming forward with the Chariot, comes forward with like this passion and desire to connect. So they were thinking about how they're wanting to be around you or wanting to connect with you, wanting to be in the present moment with you and feel good flow of state of being around the energy of the two of you, but at the same time kind of in this place of worry of like, oh, if I say the wrong thing, 1 second something's going to go wrong, it's not going to work out the way that I want it to, and so it's kind of better for me to hold back or not say something or kind of be in a place of being a little bit more resistant rather than being in a flow state of energy when it comes to connecting. So this is like an excitement for being around you, being in the present moment, or like having an opportunity to work together with the idea of the Chariot, but then kind of thinking about worst case scenario that could come forward with that. So we have your what I've been dreaming of, which can say that they're kind of recognizing the qualities within you that are quite desirable when it comes to an individual, and how there is a sort of like projection of a dream on you, which can say that they're kind of thinking about you in a little bit more of like a rose-colored glasses sort of way. Could indicate that there's a need for like a more understanding or deeper understanding between the two of you rather than being in a space of projection there as well. So that's what I would say when it comes to this combination. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you're interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings. Let's go ahead here for 104. 104, you'd like to know, how do they feel about what you said to them last night, about how you feel about them? Let us see. So they do feel quite positive but restrictive when it comes to this combination. The Queen of Pentacles as well as the Sun is a very happy energy. So we have this excitement, this passion, this desire. We have this happiness that comes forward in the idea of connecting with you. And with the idea of the Queen of Pentacles, they feel this care, they feel this nurturing, they feel this energy of you being like wanting the best or wanting to be present or wanting to kind of show goodwill, good energy. But with the idea of the Hermit as well as the Devil, it's kind of like them at the same time recognizing, okay, well, when it comes to connecting, here you are showing your positive radiating energy and I'm hidden with the Hermit, right? It's kind of like there's a bit of a push and pull dynamic where you are coming forward in a way that is more structured or more filled with care or more kind of like a growth-centered energy, where there is a little bit more internal, and that can kind of bring this difficult, I'm not at the place that you're at, or I feel like I need to watch on how I interact or the next steps that I make, so that it kind of moves things forward in a together aspect and a little bit more of a way that's kind of balanced or feels a little bit more like connected. Because the Devil is like when we have a sort of resistant energy, we can be in a place that recognizes that the actions of one create effects on another. And so they could be a little bit worried of saying, okay, if you're coming forward with your truth and honesty of the Ace of Swords as somebody who's very caring, very nurturing, very kind, somebody who's very positive and expressing this positive energy, but I'm coming forward as somebody who's held back, I can create a resistance for you. I can create issues for you. I can have things that don't necessarily move forward for you in the best way. And so they can kind of feel this excitement about your expression, but the resistance about how they kind of show up to meet that. So that's what I would say, that there's a good energy in terms of how they feel about what you've said because of you expressing that. There's a desirable energy around that, but there's a resistance in terms of like how they can meet you when it comes to you expressing that. So that's what I would say with this combination. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you're interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com for the live personal readings. Alrighty, so 105. 105, you would like to know, are they going to apologize or talk to you for their behavior last night anytime soon? Let us see. All right, so I wouldn't say that there is going to be any sort of apology coming, but we would see conversation. With the King of Swords coming forward with the Knight of Cups, there's definitely going to be a desire to connect and a desire to kind of bring forward closeness. The Justice card is not necessarily going to give us an automatic apology, but we would want to balance out the situation in one way or another. So we want things to feel equal, or we want things to feel resolved. We want to find an avenue forward so that we can connect and see an opportunity to move things forward, right? And the Nine of Pentacles comes forward of them being in a place where they don't necessarily think that they've done anything wrong in order to apologize. It's them doing what they need to do for themselves. So I see them coming forward here in wanting to reconnect. Three of Cups, Knight of Cups, where we see this energy of wanting to bring forward a good tone of idea and energy and direction. King of Swords trying to do it in a logical way, with the idea of the Justice card trying to balance out or fix the situation. But with the Nine of Pentacles, they're still going to stand on their own, basically recognizing that the energy that they have, how they've handled the situation, what they've done for them is them showing up in the way that they needed to show up for themselves. So I don't really see apologies coming forward, but I do see an attempt to balance out and fix the situation. So definitely talking to you, but just not apologizing. This is a combination that really just wants to fix the situation with doing the least amount of talking possible, and to try to just bring forward a flow, try to just bring forward balance, but not really trying to bring forward a lot of conversation to do so. So this could be something like they try to just play it off, come back into your life, talk to you, try to just play it off like nothing happened, but not really trying to come forward here with a lot of in-depth conversation or a lot of apology. This is very much just like, let's just try to find an equal ground and move forward and reconnect, rather than apologizing. So talking, yes, but not a talk with an apology, no. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com, for the live personal readings. Alrighty, let's go ahead here for 106. 106, you'd like to know advice for your love life. Let us see. All right. So our top 3 cards are cards that talk a lot about being stuck based off of what the other person would say or do or their ideas and about the past. So we have the 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups combination coming forward here, which is like don't allow your past to influence you when it comes to moving forward by keeping you stuck. We don't want to say, oh, well, we don't like this quality of that person, so let's go find a quality that's exactly the opposite. No, we need to allow ourselves to kind of have a direction that we want to take things, figuring out a better avenue in terms of moving forward without allowing the past to be the deciding factor in how we're moving ahead. Especially with the 8 of Swords coming forward, we don't want to allow certain thoughts or ideas from others to kind of influence us in moving forward. So and so said that they found their person on Hinge, so I guess I gotta go on Hinge and find my person there too. No, we just need to be in a place where we're allowing more clarity to come forward in terms of our love life. So when we get into the 5 of Cups, 4 of Cups, 8 of Swords combination, it's like let's throw everything out the window when it comes to a restrictive narrative about how you're moving forward. And instead, 7 of Pentacles, let things build up over time. So this could say, instead of pursuing the need for relationship, pursue the need for friendship first. Pursue the need for community first. Right? And as you create this opportunity of 10 of Cups, happiness, community, connection, you can have the opportunity to build up on relationships and allow those to become romantic relationships instead of it just remaining as platonic relationships, right? So giving things some time and not allowing the past to be an indicator of the moments further. I would also say with this combination, we don't have to always have the past be an indication in terms of oh, we've hung out 3 times, that means X, Y, and Z. Oh, I've been talking to this person for 2 weeks now, and they should have asked me out on a date because my friends say that they should have asked me out on a date by now. And if it's past 2 weeks, then that is just way too long, right? Like we can't be in this place of creating expectations based on experiences in a way that's going to create limitations. Because the expectations is where we're going to lead ourselves off of a path in the wrong direction instead of allowing the 7 of Pentacles to come forward, the accumulation of building the stable structure over time. So what I would say with this combination is throw expectations out the window when it comes to connecting and allow experience and time to kind of do its thing, create community and connection, and allow natural relationships to come forward when it comes to creating more of that romantic dynamic in terms of future opportunities. So that's what I would say. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com/live personal readings. Let's see, 107. 107, you'd like to know thoughts and feelings. Let us see. All right. So it seems to be that they're thinking about how do we create opportunity from an ending. The 10 of Swords comes forward as a card of difficulties. We are wanting something to change with the Star. We're wanting something to be healing, to be different, to have an opportunity of movement forward. And with the Page of Swords as well as with the Hermit, we're looking for growth. So this could be them thinking about how can I create change and connecting with you so that we can move beyond the experience experiences of resistance, the past, difficulties, and to find a way to build up for a better tomorrow. It's a very curious energy, but also it comes forward with a little bit of hurt here with this Ten of Swords that we're trying to heal from. And instead of calling it like a big hurt, because the Ten of Swords is a big hurt, I would call it a little bit of hurt, because we have the Star here with the Hermit, which indicates more of like a healing journey. We're trying to figure out the good. We're trying to figure out how to move forward. We're trying to figure out how to make things feel better rather than to be in a place of difficulties, issues, or challenging energy. We're looking for things to instead move forward in a good way. So I see this as a combination here of feeling a bit of hurt while also feeling this hopeful, sort of healing energy centered towards you, thinking about how they can change the past or create some sort of way forward to connect towards a better future, while healing this energy between the two of you here, and maybe healing some expectations or conversations, words that were spoken here in the past. I'm grabbing the wrong deck. Let's grab the right deck. Let's go ahead and see what is going on here in terms of the message cards. So we'll take the two that have flipped over and we'll put these two back and see what truly wants to come out. So we have I can't right now, as well as I know I'm a mess. So this could be them saying like, hey, I recognize the issues with the Ten of Swords. I recognize where things could be better, but I can't right now, right? I'm trying to figure things out and plan to move forward to connect. I'm doing some healing myself with the Hermit, as well as with the idea of the Star. And so we're wanting to maybe create this sort of space to be able to come forward in a better way and to see things move ahead in a place that feels like it could have a little bit more stable ground when it comes to connecting. And we have growing in our time apart, right? Doing the things that we need to be doing here, creating that space of healing and hopefulness so that we could show up in a better way. So I see them coming in this place of saying, I can't right now. I'm working on myself in the meantime. I recognize that I have issues and I want to change things around so that things feel better to connect, to move forward in a way that feels stable, in a way that feels successful, or in a way that can be focused on more growth when it comes to moving forward there too. So that's what I would say with this combination. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com, for the live personal readings. Alrighty, let's go ahead here for 108. 108, you'd like to know any movement from them soon. Let us see. All right. So with this culmination coming forward, we see movement, but just not soon. The idea of the Four of Swords is a very rested energy when it comes to planning and when it comes to taking action, rather than it being anything that happens quickly. And when we also see the energy coming forward here with the Seven of Pentacles, this would indicate something that's built up over a period of time, rather than something that wants to move forward quickly. So we have these two cards here that indicates more resting and planning, rather than fast action. Now, we also see with this Chariot something that gains momentum. And if you're thinking about pulling a chariot or pulling a wagon, it doesn't reach full speed right away. It's kind of like the Seven of Pentacles, where things are slowly moving and then we get this momentum going, and then the momentum continues to carry us forward. So we have these cards that are saying slow now, or like slow to get started, but then as we get started, we start to see that movement really start to move things forward and create a sense of direction. The world indicates that something needs to be closed out before we have the opportunity of moving it forward. So there may be some things that need to be worked on as individuals first before we see this avenue ahead, and that could delay things. It could also indicate maybe the year has to close before something comes forward in the new year. King of Swords, though, is also wanting to be very logical when it comes to moving forward. We're not really trying to act out of a place of the heart, so we're not really allowing the emotions to guide us. We're using logic. So if they're thinking, I need some time, I need to plan, I need to figure out my life and do things forward in a way that feels like it kind of steps itself up, it makes things a lot more slow to move forward, rather than, oh, my heart feels pulled in this direction, so I'm just going to go ahead and take action immediately, right? So based on this combination, I would say nothing anytime soon, but it does look like there is a movement that's wanting to happen. It's just not going to happen anytime soon. So let us see. Anything good or bad that you must take note of when it comes to your work? Let us see. All right, so we do have an opportunity of a celebration here and success coming forward. The Three of Cups coming forward with the Four of Wands is a really good card combination here to get recognition and celebration. And with this Chariot here, it can be something that has to do with teamwork, because we have the working together, the community, the reflection of the community, and then building it up together and seeing success. But it can be also this sort of like letting other people see you. So having your skills and talents be recognized by putting yourself out there can create a lot of good momentum and opportunities to be celebrated for your work, to come forward. The Queen of Cups being present is not an obvious growth card. It is more of something pleasing happening, rather than something being, negative. But it's not like the Empress of growth and abundance, or the Queen of Pentacles, where we could see some sort of like raise opportunity come forward, or the Queen of Wands, where we could see some sort of like passionate go-getter energy take over you. The Queen of Cups is more of like feeling good, feeling content, feeling happy. And so this could say that maybe more of a happier shift is trying to come forward in your work, where you have an opportunity to get recognized, and to kind of have the sense of like community support you or uplift you when it comes to your work. And the more you put yourself out there, the more you're going to get recognized. But this doesn't really come forward here of anything like overly big. It just has opportunities here for some small celebrations to come forward if you don't hold yourself back and you allow yourself to get recognized. So this could be take credit for the work that you've done. Take credit and show that you are present, that you are going after the things that need to be going after, that you are getting your work done, right? Things like that can come forward here as a good way to put yourself out there and get the ball rolling in your favor to be rewarded for the effort and time and energy that you're putting into things. So I don't really see anything really big coming forward. I would just say more happiness in your work could come ahead if you were to be in a place of putting yourself out there to get recognition, because the more recognition you get, the more you'll be celebrated and supported here in work as well. So that's what I would say. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out, temperanceandsage.com, for the live personal readings.